Live again, back to back. Just finished previewing the Premier League week 29. For those of you who missed it, it is on our playlist, Sportsbook Review. Now we take a look at the best bets across the top 5 European leagues. And of course, this is the best bet through. We've got Alex from Need for Tips. We've got sports writer Martin Green and Stuart from tipsterhq.com. Here again to thrash it once more. 37 units of profit. Ooh, all bets tracked. Like we said, we read them at the end of every show. We put those into mybetdiary.com. It's a free service for those of you that want to track your own bets or even ours. So do go check it out. But before we begin, Rafa, would you like to display the record? See how we're doing? Here we go. 35 points, all right. 35.6 units of profit. And who is at the top? Martin, Big Spike Green, 24.4 units of profit. 16.2 has Alex, 3.8 has Stuart, and myself, minus 8.8. It's not bad, minus 8.8. I can clear that in a weekend, and I'm planning to do that this one. All right, so let's have a look. So as you know, Stuart put a sheet out for us, and we tick the names of the games that we want to talk about. So no one knows the bets that we're going on. We do know if we're on the same one, but we're all in surprise as well, or what everyone's going for, especially what Stuart's going for. Although it's quite easy to predict because he goes for those high odds, doesn't he? And often those away teams that are the underdog. That's what he goes for. But sometimes he does surprise you. All right, guys, how's everyone feeling?
I'm surprised that Stuart is not on Bayern Munich this time, because 2 times he faded Mönchengladbach at home, and both times he won with them. But I think that this time is because of the price, because Bayern Munich are at 1.58, something like that. But I'm really surprised to see he's not on that trade, minus 1.5 something, whatever. But he's not the type of the Asian handicap type, so he prefers to take it straight, winner or a draw.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
We've got Paolo Marquez. He's been looking forward to this show. He's on the Premier League Punters show, and he goes, he wants to see if this time if Stuart's going for Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, not got anything on that game at all. I'm not backing them. I'm not going against them.
Okay.
So they will not be making me money this week, one way or the other.
All right. As always, we start with the Premier League and we work our way down there. Premier League, then we go to Ligue 1, then we go Bundesliga, Serie A, and then La Liga. So starting off with the Premier League, we just finished previewing Tottenham versus Arsenal. I am going to go for the Alex Classic on that one, 1.95. A little bit nervous to call the outright on this one, but Stuart is calling the outright. Are you going for the Arsenal win?
I am indeed. I don't like it, but I am. Yes, the boring system has picked out Arsenal. Actually, it's amazing, these odds. Arsenal, yeah, they dipped a little bit out of form, but they're back in fourth now. They've started to win games again. They've got a good team. There's solidness there, and they've definitely got the ability to score goals. So why the bookies got them at 3.66 against the Tottenham side that's lost their last 2 games and played very, very badly?
Yeah.
So it comes down to value, but also comes down to Arsenal's forming games just like this. So 3.66 with Pinnacle, I believe.
Yeah. Well, we have both a Spurs and an Arsenal fan on this show. Stuart, 2 back-to-back losses now for Tottenham, who were going through a good run. Why? What is happening?
I think we're starting to see the effect of a Dembele-less side. We used to control the midfield. We used to have like a really tight grip on it because Moussa Dembele got hold of the ball, kept it, and did some good stuff. And he was fantastic. He was brilliant. Loved him as a player. But ever since he's gone, our midfield seems to have got less and less able to hold on to the ball. And recently, we've not been able to hold on to it at all. Basically, anything that goes to midfield immediately gets lost, and the ball comes right back at us. So Yeah, Chelsea did us. Burnley were excellent. They were really strong and physical, and they played the archetypal English game, but they played it really well, and they deserved to win. And so did Chelsea last night because Spurs just didn't create anything.
Yeah.
There was one Spurs shot on target last night, and that was Kieran Trippier scoring against his own goalkeeper.
Ouch.
Don't laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny.
Well, on the other side of the coin,
I was
there,
going to say the exact same thing there about Tottenham's midfield. No one's really broken it down like that in the press or in the newspaper articles or anything like that. But still really strong at the back, still really good in attack. But there's no one linking the play anymore. They used to be really formidable with Dembele and Wanyama and Dyer. Now they look really lightweight with Harry Winks. Yeah, that's really letting them down, sadly, for them.
Yeah.
How did you like Trippier there, Stuart, yesterday against Chelsea? He was phenomenal, right?
Trippier was Trippier. He was rubbish. I mean, he has been for a very long time. I mean, he played really well for England, but he came back and has been poor ever since. But the problem is that Serge Aurier isn't a whole lot better. He pretty much every single game you can expect Serge Aurier to play one ball into the centre of midfield, which goes straight to an opposition midfielder who just pulls apart our defence and they score a goal. So you can see that in pretty much every single match. The only player I really like to see them have an opportunity and could do really well is Kyle Walker-Peters, but he's continually left on the bench, mainly because he's so versatile. He can play right back, he can play left back. But this is a guy who was man of the match in his first 3 Premier League games, and hasn't got a look in, hasn't had a chance to make himself a regular, and I think he should.
Yeah, and obviously Arsenal, the other side of the coin there, 3 back-to-back wins now, just gave Bournemouth a thrashing. Great time to be an Arsenal fan yesterday. Russ was at the game. Do you think Arsenal have got a chance here to beat Tottenham?
I think they've got a chance, yeah. I have to say that the Bournemouth game was tailor-made for Arsenal. Bournemouth don't sit back. They like to come out, commit men forward, take risks, and that plays directly into Arsenal's hands, particularly Ozil. Bournemouth had lost 9 away games in a row before that, so Arsenal were always going to win that one. Obviously, it's a much tougher ask to go to Wembley and beat Tottenham. They did beat them 4-2 earlier in the season, but don't have a very good record against Spurs recently, lost to them in the Cup. Like Stuart said, I agree. I think Arsenal will have a chance if they can take control of the midfield. That's the one area of the pitch where Arsenal are better than them at the moment. If Torreira can get hold of it, then they might have a chance. But I wouldn't want to bet on it, and I'm not really looking forward to it, to be honest.
Okay. Paolo says he's looking for 3 games to bet both teams to score. You can get both teams to score at 1.6 here. Anybody think that they won't be both teams scoring in this match?
Yeah, me. I don't see Spurs creating a chance. Not enough chances to win this one. I don't see them getting a goal. So it's very disappointing going into a North London derby and thinking that, this one we're going to lose. And it could not be a very nice game.
All right. Next one is Bournemouth Man City. Very quickly, I'm going to go Man City halftime, full time, 1.75. I think that Man City will beat them and beat them comfortably. Brighton, Huddersfield, Martin.
Yeah, it's probably a bit of a risky bet, this, considering Brighton have been the worst team, not just in the Premier League, but in any of the English divisions so far this calendar year. But I'm backing them to beat Huddersfield at home. Really, they should be able to get the job done there. Huddersfield did surprise everyone by beating Wolves last time out. But, it's at the Amex. Brighton are the better team. They desperately need a win. They're only 2 points above the relegation zone now. So I'm going to stick my neck out with that one and go for Brighton at odds of 1.87. Yeah, I was tempted to leave this one out, but I've gone for it in the end. I'm going to go both teams to score. I just think I've been very, very impressed by Crystal Palace in recent weeks. Okay, they lost to Man United last time out, but they created a lot of chances. They look dangerous with Wilfried Zaha up front with Batshuayi. They've got a lot of pace and dynamism going forwards. Burnley obviously lost 2-0 to a very stubborn Newcastle side, but that apart, they've been very good going forwards at the moment as well, with Chris Wood and Ashley Barnes in great form. So I'm hoping for a good open game up there, and 1.87 again, both teams to score.
Yeah, well, if it fills you with confidence, both Alex and myself went for the both teams to score bet on the Premier League punters as well. So the three of us, are on this one. Go get them. Stuart, are you also on both teams to score? I'm going to say no.
No, it's not. It's not one of my things, is it?
No.
I'm on Burnley to win this one. I think they're a good side, certainly good at home with their backing. Crystal Palace are a much improved side with Michy Batshuayi in the side, and it's good to see them having a striker that can actually score goals, because they've missed that for quite some time. They've had to rely on Wilfried Zaha. So I think you've got two players who are very, very good playing up front and creating chances for Palace. So this should be a really good game. I think both teams to score has a good chance of coming in, but odds of 2.88, I couldn't overlook a Burnley win.
Yeah, I like the Burnley win as well. Not playing it, going for those teams to score, but yeah, possible. I was going to say, Martin, you've got a lot of Premier League. We had Flash was out, and I needed somebody to fill in. I called Alex, but I should have called you with all your Premier League bets that you've got.
You could have called me. I'm always happy. Obviously, I am living in England. I'm an Arsenal fan, as you all know, I think. Long-suffering one. But yeah, that would be my the league that I know the best. And I'm normally going to have the most tips from that league, I think. But I've got quite a lot from League 1 this time around as well, because I wrote a preview for it on Odds Market, our sister site. So I did a lot of research into that one. So I'm quite England and France centric this week. I've left Spain alone because I think the games in Spain are quite tricky.
Yeah, the games in Spain are. All right, so the next one is Manchester United versus Southampton, and I'm on this one as well. Martin, what do you like?
Yeah, again, Man United have drawn back-to-back games at Old Trafford, but that's the only domestic games that they've drawn since Solskjaer took over in mid-December. They've won all the rest of them, and I think they'll bounce back with a victory here. They were good at the weekend, even though they're missing a lot of players. Rashford, Lingard and Martial all missing, but they'll be pleased to see Lukaku step up. Southampton were obviously very good in midweek, getting a win, but Arsenal were very comfortable against Southampton last weekend, really dealt with them quite easily. So I think Man United should win that one. Don't see it being too high scoring a game. So Man United and under 4.5 goals, 1.83.
Yes, I gave two Manchester United bets. This is the best bet show, so I will go with my best one. Manchester United in the under 4.5 goals as well, 1.83. Also, Premier League Punters show, I threw in Man United -1 there as well for a little sneaky extra. But yes, best bet show, Manchester United under 4.5 goals. Watford versus Leicester City. Stuart.
Yeah, this is an unusual one for me because this one's a draw. I don't get many draw bets in the season. Normally about 10, I think. And I think this is the third. So we're a long way into the season. I think it's just the third draw bet of the entire season. So a draw on this one, 3.4 with Pinnacle. It's going to be interesting to see if there's any major changes at Leicester, because now they're under new management. Watford are having a great season for them. They're doing really well.
Yeah.
And they're a dangerous side. So I think Paulo Marquez might want to look at this one for both teams to score.
Yeah. Flash was on the Leicester win last week. I did ask him about this game. He wasn't on the show this week, but he also likes the draw on this one as well. So that definitely looks like a good bet for the match. Or if you like either team, look for a draw, no bets, possibly. Martin, Watford, Leicester.
Yeah. Funny you mentioned that, Stuart. That's what I'm on, both teams to score. I think everyone knows that Brendan Rodgers likes to play attacking football. He obviously did that with Celtic. And Liverpool were just extremely attacking when he was the manager there. They conceded a lot of goals, but they were great going forwards as well. So I think he's going to really stamp that sort of philosophy on the team, get the best out of Jamie Vardy. but it will leave gaps at the back. Watford are a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde team. They won 5-1 and then against Cardiff, and then lost 5-0 to Liverpool. So you don't know quite which team's going to turn up, but they have got a lot of good players going forward, like Doyle Lafoyu. So yeah, I think both teams to score looks a good option there. 1.82.
Okay. Next we have got Fulham Chelsea. Interesting stuff. Obviously, Martin knows all about this. Fulham first to break the story there over at oddsmarket.com, and also Alex on Twitter. What time was it? It was about 2 or 3 o'clock your morning. But yeah,
it was actually 2 hours after the match, Southampton versus Fulham yesterday. They've lost. And we had a great source. I will not say the source, but we have a great source.
Best not.
We also have a great source telling us who is League One next manager for Bradford City. I also posted that on Odds Market Twitter, because I'm doing the social media for Odds Market. So yeah, 2 a.m. at night I posted the rumors, let's say, but there were more than rumors that Claudio Ranieri was sacked in the dressing room after following that 2-0 defeat against Southampton.
Yeah.
Against Fulham. Against Southampton.
Dedicated to the cause. All right, so Fulham versus Chelsea. Martin, this could be difficult though. When a manager is sacked, what are you going for?
It can be difficult, but they are a bit rudderless at the moment. It's not like they've brought in a new manager to come and galvanise them. Scott Parker's taken temporary charge as caretaker manager. He has no managerial experience. Obviously, he's a very good defensive midfielder, but I'm not sure he's quite the man that's going to turn things around in the short term, especially against Chelsea. They should be full of confidence now. 2 clean sheets in a row against Man City and Tottenham is very impressive. And you'd have to think the likes of Eden Hazard and Gonzalo Higuain are going to have a field day against what is the worst defence in the Premier League this season. So yeah, I think this is going to be a Chelsea win. I've got them -1 Asian handicap at 1.92.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. All right. Who else is on that one? Sorry, just pulled out. Alex, you were on this one as well.
Chelsea and over 1.5 goals at 1.7, but I like that -1 on the Asian handicap from Martin. I think that Chelsea clearly the better side in this one, and I think that it's a must win for them for the Champions League spots there. So I really like their performance against Tottenham, and I think that they will extend this record against Fulham. Going down.
Yeah. And remember what we said about must wins, just because they must win. All right. Final Premier League match here. Merseyside derby, Everton, Liverpool. Just Alex is on this one.
Yeah, Liverpool and over 1.5 goals in the match at 1.95. I think I remember you saying in the Premier League Punter show that the trend is under 1.5 goals, under 2.5 goals. But I think that Liverpool have goals in them. They can easily also keep a clean sheet there. They have Van Dijk back. You can see that clearly. I think that it will count a lot also against Bayern Munich in Champions League. I have Liverpool and over 1.5 goals at 1.95, and I think that Liverpool can score 2 on their own.
Okay. Moving over to Liga now, Stuart. This is where you take over.
Yeah. We're going to get started. I think Martin is just taking over tonight. He's doing massive amount of tips here. So we're going to start with Stade Malherbe against Paris Saint-Germain. Martin.
AKA the new Martin Best Bet show here. 24 units of profit. He wants to double that this weekend.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I'm just plugging away. Hopefully giving you a few good ideas along the way. I went with PSG to win half-time, full-time last weekend, and it got a much higher price, and it paid off, which I was pleased to see. So I'm going back in for more of the same. They've obviously got a big Champions League game upcoming, but they are ahead on aggregate in that, and I think they can afford to take this one relatively seriously. So I think they'll start strong against what is a pretty poor team and control the game from start to finish. Got 1.95 on PSG half-time, full-time.
That's not bad. I like that. Okay, Angers against AS Monaco. Now, Monaco have started to actually play some better football and start getting some results. I think we're going to have to stop calling you Martin now. It's going to have to be Mata.
Merci beaucoup. I think Monaco have been, they must be delighted with their decision to get rid of Thierry Henry and bring back Leonardo Jardim. He obviously knows the club well. He's really turned things around. And they're up to the giddy heights of 16th in the table after getting 10 points out of a possible 12 in their last 4 games. So, I think they'll be surging with confidence at the moment. Angers are a good team, but they did lose 1-0 to bottom of the table Guingamp last time out, which I think will have knocked their confidence. And I've actually got 2.3 on a Monaco away win, which I think looks like an attractive price.
Very nice. Okay, so moving on to Guingamp against Nantes. I'm the only one who's on this. I'm on Nantes. The odds on this very, very nice. 2.89 with Pinnacle. Very, very attractive odds, I have to say. Guingamp are a very, very poor side. Haven't been playing great this year, but I think it's enough for them to win here. So I'm in there. It's also going to be part of my double. And last one, Olympique Marseille against Saint-Etienne. I'm on this one. Mata is on this one as well. And I'm on the home side, 1.83 with Pinnacle. What have you got, Martin?
I really thought I'd be going head to head with you there again, Stuart. And I was like, oh no, he's gone for Saint-Etienne, hasn't he? It's going to curse me. But fortunately, we're both singing from the same hymn sheet. Ooh. I am also going for a Marseille win. And shop around for your odds, because I got 1.95 earlier. I can see that the odds have dropped a little bit. You've gone into, maybe 1.87 now. But I think if you do agree with us, get on Marseille sooner rather than later, because that is where the money is going. But I think Marseille have spent a lot of money recent years to try and really challenge for honours, and they'll be disappointed to see Saint-Etienne above them in the table. But this is a good chance to leapfrog them into 4th, and I think they can seize it.
Yeah, I think they're going to be able to push on up. If you do want to check out your odds, head on over to sbrodds.com. to find the best odds on the market right now. Bundesliga time.
Bundesliga time. I was laughing at Martin. Is just he's called Big Spike. He's called Martin. He's also called Marticle. He's called Marticle because the amount of articles.
Might have changed my name by default.
So I know, exactly. Yeah. Also, I see somebody here talking about cricket. I was saying on the Premier League Punters show that we are going to be covering extensively Cheltenham, which actually I need to talk to you, Martin, because I have got our SEO plan and we are ready to roll. Hope you're going to say goodbye to your social life for the next week or two. But, say goodbye to anyone that you know. And
I said goodbye to it years ago. I said goodbye to it years ago in the name of Odds Market and Sportsbook Review. My dedication to everyone here.
Yes, so Cheltenham, the Cheltenham Festival, we will be covering extensively over on Odds Market, as well as the Indian Premier League. For cricket there. So and that we've got a great sports writer called Ed Hawkins who is going to be covering for us. So do head on over www.oddsmarket.com/tips. All right, so Bundesliga.
Is Cheltenham one of these cricket clubs they were talking about?
Pardon?
I don't know anything about it. I played cricket a couple of times at school, but I don't know anything about cricket. Football's my thing.
Horse racing.
Martin knows.
Horse racing, cricket, nothing to do with
horse racing. I'm okay with.
There.
I know Cheltenham's a horse racer, but and cricket. I'll leave that to Martin. definitely better at it.
We're all very excited about the Cheltenham Festival, which is upcoming in March. We've got all of the biggest national hunt races of the season. Got the Gold Cup, obviously, the Champion Hurdle, Champion Chase, the Stayers Hurdle. There's 14 Group 1 races across 4 days of glorious action, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to be with you every step of the way. In-depth articles, coverage of all the leading jockeys, trainers, runners, riders, everything, you name it. We've got all the odds, all the insight. We're the home of Cheltenham, and we're really looking forward to it.
The funny thing is when I'm reading Martin's articles, I'm hearing Martin's voice in my head.
Yeah, but
I
hear all your voices.
This is very funny.
Yeah, but I hear all your voices. I think because I know your voices, like I hear it. Like Alex as well, your articles, I hear your voice saying those words, and Stuart as well. Yeah. Okay. Bundesliga, and I think we've got half an hour, and we're going to push on. Otherwise, I'm going to get this sign
we can
cut
push.
the show.
We can do it. Come on.
Okay, so Augsburg versus Borussia Dortmund. Myself, Martin, and Alex are on this one. Do we think there's goals on the table? Alex, what are you going for?
Yes, we think that there's goals on the tables, and S is on the same page with me. She was reading my my emails early on. Dortmund and over 1.5 goals in the match at 1.95. I loved Dortmund against Leverkusen despite being without Marco Reus. Marco Reus is back to training. I don't think that he will be forced from the start of the match, but in case they need him in the second half, he might enter. But Jadon Sancho, Götze, Paco Alcacer there should get the job done against a poor Augsburg side and secure that 3-point lead at the top of the table. So Dortmund and over 1.5 at 1.95.
Yes, singing from the same hymn sheet. Yes, my bet as well. Dortmund, the over 1.5 goals at 1.95. Seems like we're all reading each other's minds here. It's a great bet for the match. Martin, full house?
That is actually a very good idea. I've just gone for a very boring straight Dortmund win, which I've put down at 1.7. I thought no messing around. That just looked like a very good price. But actually, come to think of it, there's rarely just one goal in a Borussia Dortmund game, is there? So I do like that as a way of getting a nice bit of extra value. Good work, guys.
Yep, good work. Yep. Teamwork. All right. Where are we now? And Nuremberg versus Leipzig. Martin.
Back on the RB Leipzig train. They've been having a very good time of it this calendar year. They come back after the winter break, clearly re-energized, and they're in a very good run of form. Obviously, Nuremberg are bottom of the table, lost 14 out of 23, and looking like they're heading straight back down. So I think this looks like an away win, and just gone for a classic under 4.5 goals as well for a bit more value. Got 1.88.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree with you. It's a great train to be on, and especially against a very poor Nuremberg team, especially, not especially, even if they have the home advantage as well, doing the Martin Classic as well. Leipzig and the under 4.5 goals, 1.88. Okay, Wolfsburg versus Werder Bremen. Crazy Stu is on this one.
Yeah, I'm on this one. I'd actually like to be on Wolfsburg because I have a bit of a soft spot for them, I'd say. But this time the system has picked out Werder Bremen, and the odds are very nice. 3.44 with Pinnacle. So value, as always with all of my tips, there is value there. But this would be a tough match for them, I think.
Yeah, I know. I don't like opposing Wolfsburg, but yeah, definitely got the value. Cagliari versus Inter Milan. No. Alex, I thought Inter Milan was on our naughty step. What are you going for?
They exited from my blacklist.
They are in they find favor with Alex. Okay.
They are on the whitelist without Mauro Icardi. Again, Mauro Icardi was not called for this match against Cagliari. He got upset. He went on Instagram and started to say some bullshit stuff. I think that Inter were robbed last weekend against Fiorentina from the VAR system. Imagine the video assistant referee gave Fiorentina a penalty in the 95th minute of the match, and it wasn't a penalty. Obviously, everybody can check that and see from from themselves. Inter to win for me at 1.8 against a really, really poor Cagliari side lately. Yes, they are at home, but Inter are the better side right now, and I think that they can get the job done. I'm not sure if to use this one as my banker or not. I'm still figuring out.
Jeez, they are off your naughty step and in good favor to be your banker.
Yeah,
Wow,
I used it with
how
2
quickly
units
the tides
on
change.
Twitter already.
Wow, all right then. Oof, I wasn't expecting you to say that, I have to say. Okay, AC Milan versus Sassuolo, Alex.
Milan on fire, Piontek on fire, absolutely great side. Yes, they had a Coppa Italia match, draw match, but Serie A is totally something else. We're not talking about cups, we're talking about leagues here. So AC Milan and over 1.5 goals at 1.8 in I don't remember which bookie it was, but also a side bet, not an official one. Christoph Piontek to score anytime at 1.8.
Okay. Ooh. You said official or not official?
No. Just AC Milan and over 1.5 goals at 1.8.
All right. Lazio versus Roma. Martin.
Massive game here, local derby for these two rivals. Lazio are the nominal home team in this, so their fans will be in the ascendancy in the Estadio Olimpico. But Roma are the team that are in really good form here. 4 wins on the bounce should have given them a lot of confidence heading into this game, whereas Lazio are winless in 4. So 2 teams heading in opposite directions, and I think Lazio can get I think Roma can get a result there, and I've got 2.05 on Roma draw no bet.
Okay. Quickly as well, so I was talking about that we're building up this Sportsbet Daily new show, and one of the guests that we're coming on, so we want to sort of find tipsters on the ground. So we've got a guy called Stefano Belloni from Italy, and he said he's reviewing the games a little bit better. We've got this big Telegram chat. We will share our tips and everything. And his leans right now are Cagliari versus Inter to win. Empoli versus Parma, both teams to score. Spal versus Sampdoria. And Atalanta versus Fiorentina, both teams to score in the over 2.5 goals, a.k.a. Alex Classic. And Napoli versus Juventus, half-time draw. So these are the things that you have to...
I think that he's called Stefano Belloni, not Belloni.
Oh. Belloni. Either way,
Nice.
I said it with a somewhat Italian accent.
Yeah,
So I was half right. Stefano Belloni. Belloni. All right. Sorry, sidetrack there. So Spal versus Sampdoria. Alex.
Sampdoria with draw no bet for me at 2.0. Sampdoria very, very good. Obviously, they're playing better at home than away, but I think that this time should get the job done against a poor Spal side. So this is why I'm taking the draw no bet, because in case of the draw, we get a void, you know.
Yep. Yes, exactly. We do not lose our money. It's safer. Atalanta versus Fiorentina, also Alex.
Atalanta versus Fiorentina, second time they meet this week. They met in Coppa Italia, another exciting match, free draw in the Coppa Italia. Again, they meet next weekend. So again, I'm going over 2.5 goals every time that these two sides meet. I'm impressed with their performance. Are amongst the best attacking sides with the most power in Serie A. So over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.72. You can push it also for the Alex Classic at 1.9.
Which is what Stefano Belloni is doing as well. He likes Atalanta versus Fiorentina, both teams to score, and the over 2.5 goals. I'm with you, Alex. There's a couple of trains that I jumped on just listening to you guys. Obviously, Juventus in the under 3.5 or under 4.5 goals. Jumped on that train with Martin. I am with you on this one as well. The over 2.5 goals, 1.72. Atalanta versus Fiorentina. Okay. Talking of which, Napoli versus Juventus. Martin.
Yeah, I think this is an interesting game for Juventus. They don't really need to take it too seriously because they've got a pretty healthy cushion at the top of the table, and they've got a big game coming up in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid, which they really need to turn things around in. But I still think that they'll want to carry good momentum into their future big games. So I think they'll try and go there and win this one. They've got a pretty good record against Napoli. They beat them 3-1 earlier this season, and in their last trip there, they picked up a 1-0 win. So I think they can go there and at least get a result.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for Juventus draw no bet at 2.33.
2.33. Those odds are dropping, I have to say. Currently at the moment, 2.28, 2.2. I agree with you, Martin. That's my bet as well. Juventus draw no bet. Quite surprised, though, to see Juventus priced 3.3 just for the straight win. Why do you think that is? Napoli obviously come in at 2.45. I was a little bit nervous about that.
Yeah, I don't know really, because they've got a considerable gap until their next game against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
It's not for another 9 days after this. They've got a game against Udinese on the Friday. I guess Napoli are in good form. You know, they've been on a pretty good streak recently. But overall, in terms of quality, Juventus are the better team. They're what have they got? They've got a 13-point lead in the table, and they can pretty much put the title race to bed if they win this game. So, yeah, I think that's a very generous set of odds from the bookmakers, and it might be worth a Crazy Stewart type punt just on Juventus. But I think draw no bet, you still get great value and it covers you. So it looks good to me.
Also, Juventus are the only team in the top 5 European leagues with unbeaten in their domestic league. So zero defeats, and the best defense also with 15 goals conceded. Just 15 goals conceded.
Yeah. Napoli, though, also...
They've gone unbeaten before, haven't they? They've gone a whole season unbeaten not so long ago. So it could well happen again.
Yeah. Napoli also undefeated at home. So someone somewhere where either team is going to be in, unless they draw, and that's why we're covering ourselves with that draw no bet there. Okay, so moving on, we've got Huesca versus Sevilla. Alex.
I will. I don't know if Pronosticos Deportivo is here or not, but I'm going with Sevilla. Yes, I know that they are on a very, very poor run of form. Plus, on the away matches, they are. I think that they are winless since September 2018. 9 matches away, winless. But we are talking about Huesca here, and yes, you will tell me that Huesca are coming after some good results lately, but still they are bottom of the table in La Liga. And I think that Sevilla performed good against Barcelona. Barcelona was the better side, of course, but I really like Sevilla too. So I'm going Sevilla to win this one at even money because I think that there is value there.
Okay. Quite a few comments quickly, just back on the Juve game. Tuniskov says Juventus won't take that game seriously. I guess Napoli can win it. It will be the first Juve defeat, with a big smiling face. Sean Mack says Napoli win to 0. Bartaman says under 1.5 goals at 3.01. Sean Mack, both teams hate each other. I think that Juventus will take this game seriously. They will not want to tarnish their unbeaten record against Napoli. There's too much pride on this game, so I think both teams are going to take this game seriously, in my opinion. Okay, now we have got Eibar versus Celta Vigo. Stuart.
Yeah, this one's a tough one because Eibar have a pretty good record at home, and you know, they're a side that you can't really write off too easily. But the value here is on Celta Vigo, 4.75, the uber crazy of the week. With Bet365.
The uber crazy. And Alex, are you going to head to Stuart,
I think
or
that
do you agree?
Stuart said something very, very important. A bar at home are very, very good. Doesn't matter whom they are playing against, they are very good. I talked about it in another show. The pitch is very close to their fans. You know, they have a small stadium. The fans are putting a lot of pressure on their opponents, so it doesn't matter whom it is. Also, Barcelona, also Real Madrid. Most of the big names have had really big problems traveling to Eibar. Eibar are scoring in most of their home games. I think that 95% this season, 24 goals scored in 13 home matches. That is really, really good, and I enjoy watching them. Celta Vigo will score too. Maybe they can win. I don't know. For a crazy Stu odds there to come in, but I really like both teams to score at 1.82.
Okay, and Real Betis versus Getafe, Alex.
Yeah, Real Betis versus Getafe. Imagine that Getafe are fourth in the standings right now. Absolutely a superb season from Getafe. Betis are just 3 points behind them, there with 36. Also, Betis are in incredible shape. I think that we will see a thrilling game, and I know that both sides, most of all, Getafe have a defensive style and they're scoring goals, but they most of the times they are trying not to concede and after that to score. But I think that Betis have the necessary weapons to find the back of the net. So again, 2.07 for both teams to score in the match. Betis versus Getafe.
Cool. Well, looks like Paolo there was looking for his both teams to score bets. I think you've got that and some. Final match, Real Sociedad versus Atletico Madrid, and Stuart and Alex possibly going head to head. Stuart.
I doubt we are going to head on this one. Actually, I think we're probably both looking at the same bet. I'm on Atletico Madrid to win. I think there's value in that one, and 2.15 is an excellent set of odds. I would be very surprised if Alex is going against me on that.
No, 2.2 shop around for your odds. I think that you cannot avoid a bet on Atletico Madrid when you find them at 2.2. Yeah, I know you will say Real Sociedad are great. They're playing at home and so on, but Atletico Madrid are coming after some great matches, kept a clean sheet against Villarreal, also against Juventus in Champions League. They are 2 points above Real Madrid right now. Remember that Barcelona are playing Real Madrid this weekend. Is the El Clasico weekend, and if Real Madrid might pull off the upset and Barcelona will drop some points, with the win Atletico Madrid will close the gap on Barcelona there. So Atletico Madrid all the way at 2.2 for me too.
Yeah, fantastic odds. Just they don't travel as well as they are at home. God, if they had the same away record as they did at home, they'd be top of the league right now. 10 home wins, 4 away. Quite a difference there, but still a very good defense, home and away. All right, guys, that is the end of the Best Bet show, but not quite just yet. We're going to get all the tips that we're going to go for this week for any of those who want to write it down, who may have missed something. And also, you know what we're going to put in our bet record at mybetdiary.com. Free service. We have nothing to do with them. We just use their service. Who wants to start? Martin. No one.
Okay. Brighton to beat Huddersfield at 1.87. I'm going for both teams to score in the Burnley versus Crystal Palace game, also at 1.87. Man United and the under 4.5 goals against Southampton at 1.83. Going for Watford, Leicester, both teams to score at 1.82. Fulham versus Chelsea, Chelsea -1 Asian handicap at 1.92. PSG half-time, full-time at 1.95 against Caen. I think that's how you say it, right, Stuart? Monaco to beat Angers at 2.3. Marseille to beat Saint-Etienne at 1.95. Borussia Dortmund to beat Augsburg at 1.7. RB Leipzig and the under 4.5 goals against Nuremberg at 1.88. Roma draw no bet versus Lazio at 2.05. And Juventus draw no bet 2.33 against Napoli. I think I'll go for PSG half-time, full-time at 1.95 for a banker. And double maybe Borussia Dortmund and Chelsea.
Okay, do it. What do you got?
Yeah, starting with my least favourite, Arsenal to beat Spurs in a North London derby, 3.66 for Pinnacle. Burnley to win at home against Crystal Palace, 2.88. Much happier with that one. Watford versus Leicester, I'm expecting a draw in that one at 3.4. Guingamp versus Nantes, Nantes to win on that one, 2.89 with Pinnacle. Olympique Marseille welcoming Saint-Etienne, and I'm expecting them to win, 1.83 with Pinnacle for a Marseille win. Werder Bremen to win on the road against Wolfsburg, 3.44. Celta Vigo to win on the road against Eibar, 4.75. That's the uber crazy. Atletico Madrid also to win on the road at 2.15 against Real Sociedad. That's with Pinnacle. My banker is the Burnley win, and my double is a Nantes and Atletico Madrid win.
Okay. Alex.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see we're none of us is on the El Clasico game. Very, very surprised to see that. If you ask me, I think that Barcelona will beat Real Madrid for the second time this week. So my bets for the best bet show are Chelsea and over 1.5 goals at 1.8, Liverpool and over 1.5 goals at 1.95. Dortmund and over 1.5 goals at 1.95, Inter to beat Cagliari at 1.8, Milan and over 1.5 goals at 1.8, Sampdoria with draw no bet at 2.0, Atalanta Fiorentina over 2.5 goals at 1.72, which is also my banker for this week, Sevilla at 2.0, Eibar Celta Vigo both team to score at 1.82, Betis Getafe both team to score at 2.07, and Atletico Madrid at 2.2 to beat Real Sociedad. And my double, Chelsea and over 1.5 with Dortmund and over 1.5.
Okay. I am going for Tottenham, Arsenal, Alex Classic 1.95, Man City half-time, full-time 1.75. I'm going for Manchester United and the under 4.5 goals at 1.83. Then I'm going for Dortmund and the over 1.5 goals at 1.95. Juventus draw no bet 2.3. Leipzig win at 1.88. And the over 2.5 goals, Atlanta versus Fiorentina, Atlanta at 1.72. My double is going to be, I'm going for Dortmund and Leipzig. And then my banker is going to be Manchester United and the under 4.5 goals. All right, guys, in 10 minutes, we are back over at Odds Market, where Alex continues with his ACCA show for the weekend ahead. So don't miss it. Come on over and see what he's got. But firstly, big thank you to Stuart from Tips to HQ, Martin and Alex for this video, to everybody watching. Best of luck. We will see you next week. And for Alex, I will see you in 10 minutes.
See you in 10 minutes.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.